Hi. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Monday, my loves. How are you all doing this wonderful February the 15th, President's Day evening? It's so nice to see you. Super excited about tonight's show. It's going to be a little bit shorter than we normally have. Again, of course, that's all contingent on how awesome this conversation is about to be, which is about to be bomb. I've already spoken to our special guest behind the scenes, and first of all, she looks immaculate. Skin is popping, right? Melanin is popping. And she is an amazing mother of two boys. So we'll go ahead and jump into her topic later on this evening. But I want to go ahead and jump into business relevant. We're actually going to skip the Hi Antonia segment and in the Antonia's 2 cents because I really want to give enough time to our special guest this evening. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. All right. So business relevant. So inside of my Facebook group, women entrepreneurs who left their 9-to-5 or want to, we've really been focusing on positivity and how to deal with negative conversations or hard conversations, either in our personal lives or with our clients, and just basically how to navigate those issues. So one of the things I definitely want to touch on is mindset. I've had the opportunity to speak to 2 new clients at the end of last week. And a lot of the issues on the topics that we discussed regarding marketing and social media was really about mindset. So I wanted to just talk about this in regards to, as a broad topic in regards to business. So back in the olden days when I was an employee, I actually didn't fully understand the stress and the amount of pressure you feel as an actual business owner. I understood the pressures of being, a single mom, of being in a relationship, of having, children young, of juggling relationship, children in college and work. Like I understood all of those pieces. But when I tell you being a business owner and actually have people reporting to you and, you providing for their livelihood and then also having to support your family and then also to, make sure you're meeting the demands of your clients, it is a lot of pressure. When they say diamonds are made from pressure, diamond. And I'm sure you're a diamond too. So what I'm trying to say is it's a whole different ballgame. It's a whole nother level. And as such, we need to be on another level and a different, playbook when it comes to protecting our mindset and making sure that we're keeping positive things and positive affirmations in our lives and just making sure we're just staying on top of that and doing periodic mental health check-ins to see how you're doing. So I have a go-to person. I also talked about in my group last week 2 weeks ago about journaling whenever you're having a low moment and, just how beneficial that is to work through these hard moments. So I'm definitely wanting to make sure that as business owners, we understand that, the pressure that we feel is unlike any other. And if you feel the pressure, that does not mean that you are weak. That does not mean that you are, a wimp and you can't handle it, because you absolutely 100% can. I'm a firm believer that you don't have more than what you can actually handle, right? And just know that if your friends or your employees don't understand, that's okay. It's because they're not in the same position as you and they're not going to. So to my previous employers, I apologize. I understand what you're going through. And to my business bestie friends that are out there that are, killing it in their business, but they still feel the stress and the pressure, I am there for you as well. And I totally understand where you're coming from. And it's not just you. You are not on an island by yourself. But I definitely want to make sure you guys take care of yourself. So a couple of nights ago, we had some special guests that talked about self-care and your mental wellness and all of those things. So if you missed those lives or those business nights with Antonia, go back and check on those. There were some awesome tips and tricks and things for you to do. I'm definitely going to be referring back to those periodically. So, but I just want to let you guys know that mental health as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, is a totally different beast, but you could definitely do it. So that's my business relevant topic for tonight. And if you need anything, let me know. So I'm going to get to, again, we're skipping over 2 of the segments and we're just going to get right into our special guest. So let me love on her real quick before we bring her out. So excited. Okay, so this woman, I feel like she's been brought into my life for a certain reason. I'm not quite sure yet, but I really feel like she has, because even before she signed up to be a guest on tonight's show, I've actually been to her website before and I saw how cute her designs were. And I really loved the company culture and the mission and the vision that her business had. And then lo and behold, here she is, y'all, as a special guest. And I'm so excited. You have no idea. She is just an overwhelming ray of positivity, and her main focus is to uplift people, specifically young girls and moms of young girls and moms of young boys too, right? So just, people in general. And I definitely feel like you all are going to connect with her and see what I see when I first saw her on camera. I was like, oh my God, too cute. There she is. So I'm super excited for you all to meet her. I'm sure I've embarrassed her enough. Here we go. Everyone say hello to LaShondra.
You got embarrassed 100%. But thank you for that lovely introduction. Oh my God. I am blushing and just in amazement. Appreciate it. Like awesomeness. Awesome.
It's all true. It would be bad if it was a lie, but you're just amazing. I love it.
This is awesome. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. So Miss LaShondra, please introduce yourself to our audience and tell us what makes you so great.
That's a tall order. What makes me great? Well, I'm LaShondra Jarvis, and I am the founder of Empress Sports. And I will tell you what makes me great is being able to breathe life into a company and a thought that literally walking through the stores and understanding that our young women growing up does not have enough clothes that represent where they're going, right? Because if you walk through the stores, you see a bunch of skin tight leggings and you see everything that's focused on beauty and that's superficial stuff. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, we're so much more than this. I know what it took for me to grow up to be this woman that I am today. So why not give our girls something that represents them, right? And the shirt that I wear today is one of the first shirts that I came out in 2012 when we became Sports. We became a nonprofit organization. It was like, yeah, I'm pretty, but also tough. So I'm two-dimensional. I'm not just, flinging my hair, worried about what makeup I'm going to put on. I am so much more than what you see over here. And literally, I just went home and I went to the table and I said, boys, gather around the table. I'm going to market something that's going to be for the women that you find, be for the culture, be for something and every woman out there that's growing up. So what do you like? Let me hear what your thoughts are. When you think of a girl, what comes to mind, right? Ooh. Because it didn't need to just be my vision. It needs to be the vision of the youth growing from marketing from a girl's perspective to then changing the thought process of Empress Sports, because it started off with just targeting towards girls, but then understanding the struggles and the different dimensions in which we go through as women growing up. Mm-hmm. I said, to be the woman that I am today at 45, it takes a lot to stand strong because it's easy to go low. Mm-hmm. It's easy to lose perspective. And as you were talking about, Antonia, with diamonds, girl, I'm an array of diamonds. There's been some pressure points. There's been some pressure points that make me just scratch my head and say, why? Right? Back to the mission is to uplift. And if it's through a t-shirt, a blanket, a cup, just a reminder for self-empowerment to say, I can do this. I'm pretty and tough. I am fearless. I am the woman or the girl that I can be. And it's not about one or the other. It's a generational thing. And sometimes we as women, we're so focused on, providing for our families or going to the next venture, getting prepared for work the next day, that sometimes we don't give 100%. and we don't necessarily know all the things that our kids are going through, right? We have a generation of children that don't like to really communicate with adults. So
No.
what are they going through? And how can we help them? If it's just something just as little as this, I'll tell you, Antonia, and I know you asked me one question, but I'm gonna give you a little bit more.
Go ahead.
January is mentor month, and I tell you, sometimes it's hard to start my day. And one morning I'm playing with my phone, and I said, "Wow, you know, it's a struggle today." And lo and behold, this lady arrived at my job, and they were like, "So and so is looking for you," and I'm like, "I don't know that person." So I came to the front, and it was somebody I worked with 2.5 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, "Wow, okay, hi."
Mhm.
And she said, "LaShondra, I just want to take the time to thank you. And I'm here to thank you because of the conversation that we had 2.5 years ago to
Wow.
talk about your business, you working, you raising your kids, and you gave me the strength, the motivation to go back to school. And now she owns her own business." And that blew me away. And I think I stood there with my mouth jaw dropped open for a very long time because I'm just like me. I'm just sharing my stories. I'm just sharing life experiences. And I'll tell you you have no idea the effect you have on people.
Uh,
Everyone's journey, everyone's life is for a purpose. But when you come together and share your unique stories, and no matter how great or you might feel like your stories are really low, they're so impactful because they make you the person that you are today. And you don't know what that's doing to somebody else. So,
mm-hmm.
I mean, that touched me. And I came home, I told my kids, I was telling everybody, and I was like, wow. Because I always say that Empress is about the power of one. If I get to help one person, that I've done my job. Because I'll tell you, Empress, I stopped Empress for a while. It was a lot. Life was a lot, and I was carrying a lot. So I was like, you know what? I don't think I can manage this. Even though my heart is pulling for it, I can't manage it. So I stayed low for about 2 years. And then it kept pulling at me, kept pulling it at me. So I came back out and revamped it. And that's when I said, I want to focus on women as well,
Mm-hmm.
because it's a lot that we go through. And it's a lot that we want to hold to ourselves because we're supposed to be super strong and powerful, but we need our sisters and we need our loved ones, and we need to come together and pull together as a unit,
Yep.
as a generation, to say we have each other. So now my focus is definitely just on bringing everyone up together because, like I said, it's not easy. It's a beautiful journey, but sometimes when you're in a journey, you don't see the beauty of it until you
No.
go through it. And sometimes you need these little inspirational things that help you continue to crawl through it, because
Mm-hmm.
it's a beautiful light at the end of the tunnel. But sometimes we need some help getting there.
I think it's more beautiful, like when I can reflect back. Because when
Yeah.
I'm in the weeds, I'm like, why? But it's when I get through those weeds and I look how far I've come, that's when it's awesome. Something that you touched on that I absolutely just adore is, that women, we are expected to be, strong. And I think it takes a certain level of maturity and kind of self-assessment for a woman or young woman or whoever to understand that they don't need to be strong all the time, that they don't have to be doing this all by themselves. I think for me recently, that happened probably 2 years ago. So very not too long ago, thinking that I just had to be the warrior for everyone. And that's not the case. And I love that that is a part of your motto. And that's so beautiful to me.
You know, I feel like it had to be, because otherwise we can get into a really low space with trying to carry everything all at one time. And I had to make some self-assessments myself. And my motto is, I have to know when my cup runneth over.
Right.
And I literally say, all right, you're taking on too much. It's okay to share. You
Mm-hmm.
don't have to go through it by yourself. So, all right, where's my circle that I trust? And I
Mm-hmm.
have to air some things out because this life is not meant to do alone. So
Mm-hmm.
there's not one thing that we encounter that we have to go through alone. And it's super important for us to know that and keep that at first thought. Because for me, sometimes I will tell you, my burdens take over my shoulders. And then I have to just remember that it's just not me.
That's right. So let's talk about your nonprofit, Embrace Sports. So, what are some of the initiatives that the nonprofit does, either annually or just quarterly? What are some of the things that are going on?
So the whole purpose of it is just to be like operation outreach and just reach out to girls and women. And I'm a widow, so I found that it is easy for me to just hold sessions. I do speaking sessions and just let people know, let parents know, like, sometimes you find yourself in scenarios that you never planned on. So how do you break through? How do you continue to move on when you are now head of household and you're managing by yourself, and where you used to kind of look to the right or left and share some instances with people, and now you're kind of placed with looking at everything in its own. So I like to share my story, and I like to come together to learn from other people and to also give me the strength to move forward. And then I like to also do career building for our young girls, because, yes, I'm an entrepreneur, but I do work too. So it's super important for me to be able to build those life skills, to how to interview, how to carry yourself, how to dress for an interview, how to articulate yourself, and more or less how to tell your story. And
Right.
it is so important for me every time I connect with a young girl or woman, is to say that your story is so unique, and it's beautiful to be able to share it. No matter what you think it is about, good, bad, and different, is such a unique story, and it represents you. So the mission is, and the initiatives that I do, is just showing people it's okay to be your unique self. And
Mhm.
that alone is very difficult, because what we do and what I see people do is play and act for other people. They become what other people want them to be. So it's breaking down barriers within self to be able to say, this is who I am, and I'm comfortable with being who I am. And this is what
Mhm.
makes me comfortable. And this is what makes me special and unique to society and the people around me. So
Mhm.
it's a lot of initiatives just based on um, building up self.
Okay, I love that. So these speaking engagements in small groups where you're talking about, you're helping women and young girls figure out what their stories are. Is this like something that people can sign up for, or how do they get involved with these?
I will tell you, a lot of this happened pre-COVID. So
Okay.
now that we are on a semi still lockdown, I have done just personal engagements where people will reach out to me, and I'll just do some over the phone. But I haven't done any Zooms or anything lately, just because of the situation that we're in now.
I would love to jump on a Zoom one. So as soon as you get a Zoom one happening, let me know.
All right. I'll definitely keep you connected. Definitely.
I love it. Okay, so switching gears just briefly.
Yeah.
So when we go to your website, there is a shop Empress, I
Yes.
believe. So tell us about the different items that we can see on the website, and what we should be looking at.
Absolutely. So my shop, I'm super excited about, because there's so much thought placed into these things, right? Like I said, Pretty and Tough, that shows the two-dimensional person. I actually have right here a fearless cup, fearless
Ooh.
mug. It says Empress on one side and fearless on the other side. And I also have a fearless shirt, and it has fearless on the back. And it's designed, right? Because sometimes we need that mystery cape. So it's, yes, I'm fearless. It's blocking me. It's protecting me from behind as I go through life on my back, and I have fear. I'm fearless. And then my signature shirt. My signature shirt is, sorry, I'm a limited edition. I'm a
Let's see if I
limited
can.
edition.
Here, I'm
And
gonna share the website so
right.
everyone can see. Oh, I just love, like, fearless. I absolutely love it. I'm a limited edition.
I'm a limited edition is my signature shirt, because it is just that embodies Empress. Be who you are, be unique. And then my latest shirt is Empowered Women, and
Empower.
it has empowered in the woman symbol there, just to show, like, we are empowered. for every single thing, every decision, everything that we do in our life. So just keep strong and keep moving. Also have stickers.
Yes.
Just, I keep one on my planner every day because I'm still old school. I still have to write out my stuff. Just I'm a visual. Um,
I
and
love
definitely
it.
for the mommy and me is definitely out there, pretty and tough.
Wow.
I'm a limited edition, fearless. Just there you go.
This is amazing. So that's how I knew that I had met you before because I was like,
So
I
it's about being fun, free spirited, loving yourself. Just like you said, if you broadcast before, you had a lot of people talk about self love, and it's such an easy term to use, but such a hard act to do. And that's what it's about. It's about loving yourself, moving forward, and just remembering place you first. Place
yes,
you first.
yes.
Because that's going to give you the foundation to
Mm-hmm.
continue to love and help everyone else. Like I'll say for me, and I know you have children as well, if I'm not a solid foundation, I have nothing to give them.
Nothing, nothing at all. Pull it from the bottom of the barrel.
Exactly.
No, I love it too, and I really love I used. Okay, so let me back up. So I have like mostly boys, and then just one girl. So when I saw like the mommy and me outfits, I thought they were pretty cheesy until I had my daughter, and then I was like, oh my god, because I wanted to dress up like my boys, and my boys hated that I would wear the same things as them.
Oh
My
yeah, totally.
yeah, totally into it. So, and it's funny because my oldest son that I gave birth to, he looks just like me, just a male version. So when we do dress alike, they're like twins, and he hates it. So like, you cute. I don't know what you're saying. So no, but I actually absolutely love that, and I love that the daughters, right? They eventually are going to become women. So if they get involved with a nonprofit like yours, an organization like yours, then they will know from a very young age that they are a limited edition, that they are, special and loved. And as it grows into the women, they're probably not going to even need the workshop of how to craft their story because they've been with you for so long.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you're really making some generational change, and I love people who make an impact. So
thank you.
I think it's awesome. Was there any other specials or anything else that you want to give to the audience, or let us know what's going on or where we can find you?
Absolutely. So I do have a website at www.empressports.com. You can shop Empress, and that will link you to my Etsy. It has a full understanding of everything that's in the shop. And for all viewers today, you will get 25% off. So just put in shop code Antonia, and therefore you will get 25% off everything in your shop. And I will tell you, like, it may sound cheesy, but these shirts, just to have something when you look in the mirror and you see I am a limited edition, that's groundbreaking. And it's just like an affirmation. You say it long enough and you believe it, and it just gives you the light at the end of the tunnel. And it's just beautiful to say, like, I am so unique. I embrace my differences, and this is me.
Yeah.
And trust me, it makes a world of difference. I go to work and I have this on my desk, and I'm like, yep, I'm fearless. Say what?
Hand me your paperwork.
It's just a beautiful thing.
Thank you so much for offering the discount to the audience.
Anytime. Thank you.
We all need a little fearlessness and confirmation that we are that person. I'm not going to say the expletive, every once in a while. So I think that's great. Well, I really appreciate you taking the time out of your Monday evening. I know Mondays are probably not most people's favorite day, but it's fine. Mondays and Fridays are my faves. But I really appreciate you coming, and hopefully you'll come back onto the show soon.
Absolutely. Thank you. This is a wonderful platform, and thank you for giving us small businesses a voice. Absolutely wonderful and beautiful person that you are. So I'm super grateful. Continue on, and I wish you nothing but success.
Oh my gosh, stop it. I'm an ugly crier. Don't do it. Don't do it. Well, thank you so much again for coming. Your kind words. If I'm going to send you to the back, if you have a few minutes, I can give you a proper goodbye. Is that okay?
Okay, good. I'm hanging out.
All right. Everybody say bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
All right, everyone. I told you she's amazingness. I absolutely love it. You know how much I go hard for impactful businesses that are about positivity, uplifting, especially ones that are breaking generational curses and generational chains that are holding people's backs, their self-esteem, their confidence, their self-worth. Like, I am all about it. So definitely hit up Miss LaShondra at empressports.com. Go shop her empowerment on her website and just do the doggone thing. Follow her, join her email list so that when she does open up more of the chats and trainings and helping you with your story, you can get in on those too, because that is exactly what this girl is going to do. All right. If you need anything, you know how to contact me. And once again, thank you for being you and for joining us tonight for Business Nights with Antonia.